Family traditions run deep here in the South. Coming up in our first story, Miranda Cohen travels to Joelton, Tennessee, where one young man is keeping his family legacy alive by serving up recipes that were made famous by his grandmother.
This is Carter Hach. And this hidden property in Joelton, Tennessee, called Holland Hill, has been in his family for almost a century.
My official title is executive chef. However, I'm really a jack of all trades and do whatever it takes. I do hear stories every day of people who were touched by my grandmother in some kind of way over the years. My grandmother, whose name was Philo, Rawlings, her family came over in the early 1900s from Switzerland, and she was a Rawlings in her maiden name, so really settled this road that we're sitting at the end of. She grew up as a little girl loving to cook.
Philo Hach was a true culinary pioneer and a real Renaissance woman. As a flight attendant for both American Airlines and Pan Am in the 1940s, she was introduced to exotic cuisines from around the globe.
On those times abroad, really honed in on her passion, staging in kitchens at the Hotel Savoy in London, Copenhagen, Paris, and where have you, and over time brought that back to home to Tennessee with her, eventually to host the first cooking show in the South from 50 to 56, and authoring a number of cookbooks. And ultimately, that ended up with her opening Holland Hill in 1955.
Today, Philo Hach's legacy, Holland Hill, is located in the shadow of her childhood home and is a spacious event venue and destination bed and breakfast. This retreat boasts two rustic inns, both indoor and outdoor dining options, and endless possibilities.
The property was special to her already, and over the last 40 or so years, it's been graced by her, my father, me, all bringing something special to it. And corporate retreats, creative retreats, weddings. It's every single person who comes on to the property leaves some kind of mark on the property, and that's what she definitely welcomed.
The wooded vistas offer scenic overlooks, a gently rolling creek, and several options for overnight accommodations, each with something special.
Carter, this property is so beautiful, and everywhere you look, there's something else to see, and so much history. So this room was actually a schoolhouse, right?
Yes, so it was the oldest schoolhouse in Robertson County, and my grandmother had fallen in love with it. The idea of an institution, housing students, the hospitality of it all. She had the logs chalked with numbers and brought here to be repurposed into one of our most popular overnight rooms.
It's really beautiful, and you can actually stay in this room.
You can. So Holland Hill sits on about 100 acres and borders Lake Maribone, 3 wooded trails, persimmon trees, blackberry bushes, all kinds of wild animals, turkey, deer, throughout the property. And a creek really splits the property, and that's what defines it. There's a natural spring about 300 yards up from the cabin.
And of course, what is putting Holland Hill on the culinary map is the food, inspired by the family matriarch, but now in the hands of the next generation. The young boy who grew up cooking alongside his grandmother Philo is now a classically trained chef. And like his famous grandmother, he too traveled the world and sought out influences from far-off cultures and cuisines and brought them all back home to Tennessee. And now, as the executive chef, he is committed to bringing the very best and local flavors to his farm-to-table meals.
As a chef, I like to work with the seasons and really preserve the land. My grandmother always said steeped in nature, which I think is a cute saying. I source all of our food within a 50-mile radius. On the property, we have honey, we have blackberries, persimmons, make a great persimmon Ozark pudding, and ramps are abundant right now.
As an accomplished chef and cookbook author in his own right, Hach hopes to elevate his family's classic recipes, all while staying true to his roots.
If I'm ever unsure of myself, I know I can just pull out one of her old books and find something that'll please everyone. It means the world to me to be at the helm of a business that my grandmother had started almost 100 years ago, and to carry on her legacy. Hospitality and food is something really special to me. I'm a 5th generation in it, and it's something that changes with time too, and it's an honor to be able to take it into the new day and be able to at the same time pay my respects as an homage to my grandmother and all the people who defined hospitality for me.
How did you like the story? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you enjoyed it, we have a lot more where that came from. Here's one you might like, and please click here to subscribe so you'll know when we premiere new videos. Thanks for watching.